This might be my most important vlog of 2019. It's been brewing in my spirit for a little while now, and I didn't know exactly how I was going to approach it. But I found this quote earlier today that really resonated with me. It's the one that precedes this vlog. It simply says, help someone. You might be the only one who ever will. We see things all the time that move us in our spirit, and yet we fail to act. We'll have dreams about helping someone, and we won't do it. We'll see their posts, we'll read their vlogs, we will be moved or encouraged by them, and we never send them a thank you token of respect. And then you find out later that that person fell on hard times, or you find out later that they even committed suicide. And we're plagued by being a little remorseful for what we might have done differently if we'd had any thought that that was how they were going to end up. In my lifetime, I've lived through, I think, 3 people who've committed suicide. And I've lived through people who have fallen on hard times. And I could sometimes say, well, they were addicted anyway. You know, the help I would have given would not have helped, because what would they have done with the help? But is it our right to pass judgment on what someone does with the resources that we've been told in our spirit we have to give them? Do we have the right to govern not just what we give, but when we give and how it's used? I don't know if that's being very benevolent. If we stand in judgment and say, oh, if you had used it this way and that way, or the way I would have wanted you to use it, you would be this, that, or the other, and none of this would have happened. Can we really play God? And what about those times when you've needed help? Did you find what you were looking for? Or did it all fall on deaf ears? Even from some of the people that you were there for when they needed help, they weren't able to really pay attention to you at your time of need. And so it hardens your heart the next time you decide or not to reach out and be a blessing to someone else. If the truth be told, we all need help. I don't think any of us get out of here alive without needing more than we have in our possession. But what do you do when your need can't be met by the people in your inner circle? I addressed this somewhat in the Money Is vlog, because I believe we've become very callous to helping others, especially when we see so many crowdfunding situations out there. Who do you believe? Who do you trust? I've never created one, and sometimes I know I should, because I have a vision of something that I want to do, not just for myself, but for all creative souls that are homeless or addicted and needing to get clean and sober. And I want to do it alone sometimes, because I just think it will be hard to find a contingency of people who see what I see and care as I care. So a wish for winning the lottery or any other source that allows me to be solely responsible for how I spend the money. But that hasn't happened. And I still see people in need. And so I do reach out. But it brings me to my knees more often than not. And then the other side of that coin is there are people who are helping me that I need to turn around and acknowledge, pay back. And because it doesn't flow back into me, I can't necessarily flow into someone else, and it just never stops. I think there is a solution here, though. There has to be. Why would God give me this benevolent heart if He wouldn't also give me the resources to do it and to do it better and more emphatically? Help. Are you the type of person that can even ask for help if you're going through something? Are you the type of person that will keep it all locked up inside until your only real solution feels like suicide? And it's not for a lack of trying. It's not for a lack of trying to tell people what you're really going through. You can tell that they just don't want to hear it. Again, are we looking for help in all the wrong places? When a need finally presents itself physically, I personally believe that that need was there long before it manifested itself in this realm. I think the need starts mentally and spiritually. And you want someone to hear your faintest cry. You want someone to just know what you're going through. You know that lyric, "Help me if you can, I'm feeling down"? And I sure do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me? I mean, how profound is that? You know someone right now. Everyone listening to this has someone in their head, in their heart, that probably in this week stepped to you and asked for help. And you had your reasons for not doing it. I think you should revisit that. I think you should readdress that. You might be the only person that can help them. Don't delay. I know of what I speak, and there's a few regrets I have of people that I wish I had just had one more conversation with that I can't anymore. Won't you please, please help them, help me, help us, help we. Peace.